The idea of these books, Octavian Nothing, it's 2 volumes that make up a single story, is that they investigate a side of the revolution that hasn't necessarily been seen before. And I should say that everything that happens in those books is, in some ways, a reflection of something which did happen. I didn't make anything up, really. I rearranged a lot of events very early on that are about the main character, Octavian, privately, but certainly, so far as the revolution goes, I was absolutely strict with keeping to the historical record. The way I did the research for that book, it was very intense, the research that it took. It took me about 6 years to write those 2 books from start to finish. And during that time, I really tried to immerse myself in the period entirely. So I only would read books that were written in the 18th century, or books about the 18th century, or occasionally books they would have read in the 18th century, like Greek and Roman books, which of course I would read in translation, since I can't in reality read either of those 2 languages. So it was a very long and intense period, and the idea was I was trying to read so heavily within the period that their way of thinking and their way of expressing themselves was actually more native to me by the end of that than what I saw around me.